She just said hi before I turned it on.
Oh, hi. I thought you already had it turned on.
I didn't have it turned on yet.
Okay, hi.
I came over to pick on her.
Yeah.
And then we walked out together and she says, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
It
it's
did
gorgeous.
not look like this 5 minutes ago.
No, it did not.
Oh, focus, you flock.
It is really cool looking.
We could barely see those two trees 5 minutes ago. I wish you wouldn't do that, camera, because it's a beautiful shot and you're ruining it. So, yeah, Ty's not here yet. That's why I can stand here and do this. Otherwise, she'd run me over. But that's what we got this morning. Fog came in last night. Probably half hour before it got dark, I suppose. Come across the hay fields and across the three-corner piece, and then it came down into the bottom over here. And Becky thought somebody had a fire going. Then it finally worked over into the neighbor's bottom, and I told her, no, it ain't a fire. It's just fog. Just watching a little of the news, and they're showing wrecks here and there and talking about the fog. Oh, the fog's not a problem. Saying there's 2 mile visibility out here and 10 mile visibility everywhere else. And I told Becky, I said, there ain't no 2 mile. Well, there is now, maybe. But then there sure wasn't a 2 mile visibility. It wasn't even a quarter mile. So, yeah, you know what I'm doing this morning. At least now. Get my feeding done. See if Wally's happier now. I hope he is. Pretty much ate all the hay he had, so. And of course, these guys, feed me, feed me, feed me. I'm, one reason I had to go in and see Becky was, I left it in there instead of put it in my wallet. But, I'm going to try to go get some feed today. I don't know how much you can't see in here, but that's all down to the bottom. Not much left there. So, I'll do that among everything else. And then Becky's got her doctor's appointment today, so that means she won't be watching Blakely for a bit this morning, which means Tylen has to, which just slows stuff down. Well, Wally, you going to be sociable again? Huh, bud? Yeah? Wally. I'd scratch that for you, but you won't let me. Okay. See what happens today. Yeah, see if this thing will stay focused. Kind of. That looks better. A little reflection off the creek. A little color off the creek over there anyway. Not much reflection. But, see what it's supposed to really do today. Weatherman said not supposed to rain today or tomorrow. My weather app shows 35% chance today and I think 65% tomorrow. Something like that. But no matter what we get, right? These ladies have to vacate. Then they can go get their breakfast. And as wet as it's been since I cleaned this, you can hear her walking across it. It ain't that deep, but it is sloppy. And look at that, they got it figured out. They're on their way out. Like they should. Some of these younger ones, though, they just haven't quite figured it out yet. But they did. Ladies and gentlemen, calving season started. I just walked in here to see her facing the other direction, standing up, humped, and starting. And she just turned around and laid down, and her friends don't know what to do. I can't feed them yet. She's got a water bubble. I need to get a couple bales of straw in here. And, of course, Ty's not here yet. The only thing that is fed is the dogs and the heifer calves. Oh, yeah, and the back barn. Morning, Blakely. Blakely, what were you just looking at? Hey, you? She was just looking in there.
Hi, Mama.
Hasn't been very long. I don't know, we may have had her in here for a half an hour now. She's going to labor a bit. We'll see what we can do here in a little bit if she don't do something more than she's done. Hooves are showing. Becky says they're big front hooves. We'll find out. Becky gets a little mistaken with size once in a while when it comes to hooves. So, but I don't want to let her wear herself out. We'll give her another 45 minutes or an hour. If she ain't got a calf out, then we'll give her a hand. And Blakely might get to watch. Yeah?
What's your first baby? I already called your mama and told her.
Big boy. Pretty good hand pull. Of course, we were against the gate to do it. It didn't help. And give him a little B and a little dex because he's kind of okay, but not. She don't know where she is at the moment. Yeah, they are. They just were.
Come on, bud. He's just not. Come on.
Yeah. Let's get Mama up to him.
Come on, bud.
Get her working on him.
Come on.
And he'll do a lot better.
Let's get that head up. You know you want to.
And Becky, listen.
I need your help.
I'm trying to get the cow up there.
Oh, his ear went up. There we go.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. Hey. Go check out what you got. Yeah, curiosity. Curiosity turned you into a good mama. As long as you don't fall on me over here. She actually got up pretty good. So I'm not too worried. Turn your head and go check your calf out, Mom. Yeah, turn your head and go check your calf out. You like licking that off of her? That's what your calf smells like.
There you go.
Yeah. That's your baby, Mom.
Where's the back of your side?
Huh?
Where's the back of her tag side?
618D. So, Mommy here is a 618B daughter.
Which we still have a mom.
She's small compared to her mama.
Oh, Mom. Hey, Mama.
Well, fun part getting her to go for it. Okay, well, she ain't sure about that thing on the ground. Shivering and shaking. At least it isn't too freaking cold at the moment, but calf has a little mother up or whatever the heck was in the jar. A little grain on it. She's still just not sure. We left her alone about 10 minutes and she's just starting to kind of check him out. We're going to try a little trick that a few people have told me about the last couple years. She's going to get a shot of it later too, probably. A little oxytocin. They say like a half cc up each nose hole. It's supposed to click in the brain. But if she gets to actually licking, we won't do that. We ain't going to waste it if we don't have to. And she'll get a shot of it later to help her clean. Because it was a pretty decent pull, and a lot of times they don't clean so well after that. Sometime, I mean, she may surprise us. She may clean here the next half hour. And for those that don't know, clean means just the placenta completely delivering and not just partially. I am going to say that a half cc of oxy up each nose hole seems to work. Of course, now she's up looking around, but she was licking on him right before I turned the camera on. Somebody over on the other side rubbing on something got her attention, but this is the first she's licked on him. So, we're going to throw that one in the books as saying it's a yes. It does work. Well, she cleaned on him a little bit, but he'd been out a little too long and was getting a little chilly. There he is. And yeah, it's warm in there. It's about 40-ish, a little over 40 outside, but, you know, 40 and being wet. His body temp's okay, but his legs were about frozen.
From basically his shoulder, his actual shoulder bone up, he was frozen.
Up or down?
Huh? Both directions.
Anyway.
But he was colder.
So, He got toweled off enough to go in there, and that'll get him dry, and he'll be dry and warm. He ain't gonna be clean, but he'll be dry and warm. A little slimy, which should help her, but he's warm and mostly dry. And she's kind of got interest in him now, so we're gonna walk away. Good, Mama. Yeah, get him cleaned up. By him still being a little slimy and us not completely cleaning him off. That leaves all her smell. And there's a little bit of calf clay, mother up, whatever the hell we got.
It's orphan no more is what it's called.
Orphan. It's one of the...
Well, that's what it's called now. Is most of the powder that you will see is
orphan. Yeah. But there's still all the different brands. They all work. Just sometimes you got to switch them up. But that's what we like to see.
You gotta zoom in on Armadillo. Do you see her?
The one with her face against the gate. She is drooling. It's like, yeah, you still got a calf in you. It'll
Armadillo.
come.
Knock it off. You're
And
like in another time zone there, chickie.
Looking on the list. He's a little early, but not as early as he could be. There's there's another 2-year-old, and there's
Armadillo.
2 cows that are all due the same time as this one was. So sometime in the next week we should have a few more.
225 and 511C are the 2 that are all due the same time as he is.
So we'll see what happens. Next step is she gets him cleaned up good, and he actually gets up. He's wanting up. He was trying to get up in the calf
I
warmer
think
too.
that was part of the issue. Is he wasn't very lively down here when you guys saw him before we took him to the warmer, and when it got warmer is when he started getting more lively and had his head up on his own.
That, and he got a shot of B and a shot of dexamethasone.
That I had in my car because I was supposed to get to my calf last night, but I wasn't going to climb over barbed wire again and scrape the shit out of my belly like it did.
Excuse me.
Literally.
But anyway, she's showing off her belly. She got a nice scrape. But anyway, those 2 shots had time to take effect, plus him getting warmed up.
But the stench, though, I'm going to be curious to
And
see.
she's kind of wondering.
Well, and it takes a lot. Like, as you guys have watched our last couple years, it takes a lot for me to want to puke or even feel nauseous about this type of situation. But when we picked him up and he kind of whacked me in my ear and in my hair, I'm like, that doesn't smell right.
So I'm kind of wondering if she didn't have some issues with the placenta, like the buttons coming off.
I'm just
early.
hoping that it doesn't try to nurse on her all of her freaking hair at her damn udder.
She's got a hairy udder. In the meantime, hopefully she's going to clean and we'll see it, because I got a feeling some of the buttons were detaching, and I don't know what the deal is with that.
I'm very curious to see.
We've had that the last few years, a little more often than normal. I made it in here to get feed. Sat here for 10 minutes at the end of the driveway because this freaking roundabout up here, nobody stops, so traffic doesn't slow down. You don't get a break. And from the other end, it ain't any better because there's 2 roundabouts down that direction too. This one happens to be closest. And some guy pulled in the driveway next to where I was coming out. I couldn't see what was coming the other direction. Fine. Anyway, by now, Becky canceled her doctor's appointment today. It doesn't really matter. She can do a phone appointment because she was in with me and talked to the doctor when I was in there. But our one cat, Bristol, the white one, she seems to have some anal gland issues today. So Becky was lucky enough to get her appointment this morning. So about now she's there for her appointment. And hopefully Ty has Blakely down at the barn and she's getting that calf to eat. I'll find out here in about half hour when I get home. And this is what I'm doing. So, my plans of getting in the cow lot today pretty much disappeared. And they said on radio a little bit ago it's probably going to rain this afternoon. So, yeah, yay! I'll show you some of the water around here. That's all flooded there. River's where the trees are. That's all flooded. Could have showed you where it was closer to the road, but yeah, right at the edge of town. Just a wee bit of water. Highest I've ever seen it here was over the road right here in front of me. But, you know, when you got so many more acre feet with every inch the water comes up, that's a lot more water than what there is. And this is all flooded from the Tualatin River, including all of that over there. That stays flooded half the year anyway. This end of that's a low spot, so it fills back up if it rains later too. But pretty nice day so far. Where I was, the sun wasn't shining as much as it is down here, but hey, you know.
Hi, buddy. You came right up to me. Good mama. Hold on, Nug.
I just got out of the pickup and walked in here to grab some twine. Look at there. Good mama. She's still kind of wondering what's going on, but he's not. He knows what's happening. Yeah, good mama. Well, Becky's getting ready to leave. She just woke up from a big nap. Just got a fresh diaper on for the trip home. Ty's getting ready to take her away from me. But what you didn't see today was, I'm watching a little bugger in the camera right now. He's running around mommy. And, oh, we fed the bale to the steers.
Yours is the one that's all
And
cockroachy.
got one bag of feed emptied out. Yes, we did, but you were sleeping for that. Smiles! Smiles! So I want to put at least part of the other bag in the upright bit. I'm getting tired of packing buckets clear around the barn. So, with that, thank you for watching. Hey, put my hand in front. Hi. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Oh, and one of the last things was Amazon brought the couple A antenna cables for our cameras in the barn. So the one camera that is currently not giving me a signal will have the antenna out in the open instead of at the other end of the barn, and we can see it. That's the plan. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get that up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope your Monday was well, and hope you all have a great Tuesday.